All right, so today we are diving headfirst into a world that's been absolutely shattered. It's what's left after something called the Great Surrender, and for anyone still around, it poses this one massive, fundamental challenge.
And this, right here, is the central question for the survivors. You see, they're called the last men, and they're living in this kind of golden cage, a world of total security. But they've paid a steep price. They traded their will, their very drive, all for a life of comfort.
So yeah, the world is a wasteland, but not just of cities and buildings. It's a wasteland of ideas. Everything people used to believe in, gone, obsolete. And out of these ashes, three really powerful figures step forward. Each one has a radically different answer to that question of what now? So let's kick things off with the one who basically wants to set the whole thing on fire.
Okay, first up, the flame of self-creation. This is the path of the Crimson Jester, and yeah, it's a fiery rebellion against that whole comfortable, meaningless existence we were just talking about. Now, you gotta understand, he is not some savior here to guide the masses. No way. Think of him more like an incendiary force. He's like a lightning bolt hitting a stagnant pond, right? His goal is to ignite this blaze of radical self-creation, but only in the very, very few who can actually handle the heat. So his whole philosophy, it really boils down to these three pillars, and each one of them is like a direct assault on that safety-obsessed world of the last men. Make no mistake, he is not offering peace. He's offering a challenge, a really profound one. This is where he says true meaning is found, in amor fati. It's this terrible love for your destiny, embracing everything, the joy, the suffering, all of it. It is a crazy difficult affirmation of everything you are and ever will be. And it's not something you can find in a group. No, this is a prize you can only win in total spiritual isolation, way, way far from the herd. Wow. I mean, this quote just perfectly captures his whole deal, right? Freedom is a terrifying rope stretched over an abyss. For him, freedom isn't some safe, padded room. It's a dangerous, maybe even exhilarating journey away from what he calls comfortable animalism and straight towards a future of dangerous becoming.
All right, so if the Crimson Jester is all about forging a higher self from chaos, our next figure is the complete polar opposite. He preaches that salvation isn't in becoming more, but in becoming nothing, in becoming fuel for a silent, orderly void. This is the gospel of the void, the path of the Sapphire Jester.
Okay, so this guy, the Sapphire Jester, also known as the Redeemed Judge, is basically the Crimson Jester's philosophy turned completely inside out. He argues that yourself, your individuality, isn't something to be created and celebrated. Oh no, it's an error, a bug in the system that needs to be erased.
And his core beliefs? They are a total rejection of individuality. He's preaching a gospel of surrender. He's basically saying, look, the weight of freedom, it's unbearable. It's too much. So why not just give it up? Why not gladly accept the chains? It's so much easier.
So here's the end game for him. The ultimate purpose of your entire existence is to surrender your spiritual energy, what he calls lutch, and to literally become food for the system. You just get consumed. What's so wild is that his philosophy takes nihilism, this idea that nothing matters, and weaponizes it into a tool for absolute control.
A sculptor in reverse. Think about that. Instead of creating something beautiful from a block of stone, he's taking unique human stories, unique souls, and grinding them down into uniform ash. Your individuality, your quirks, your dreams, to him, that's not a feature. It's a flaw. It's a bug that has to be corrected for some supposed higher plan.
Okay, so we've got chaotic self-creation on one side and orderly self-annihilation on the other. A pretty stark choice, right? But wait, there's a third figure, Wotan, and he looks at both of these paths and just rejects them. He offers a different way, a lonely, sovereign alternative.
This is Wotan's take on the Jesters. He sees them as slaves to gravity, two sides of the same dependent coin. Basically, he dismisses them both. He says they aren't true creators, they're just reactors. Their entire identity is defined by the ruined world they live in. One rebels against it, the other wants to organize it. But either way, he argues, they're trapped by it.
And this is the key difference. Wotan's philosophy isn't about reaction, it's about pure action. He couldn't care less about tearing down the old world or serving it. His entire focus is on one thing, building something new, right in the middle of the wreckage, completely independent of all that came before.
So this is his core idea, the sovereign's task, the will to build.
It's not enough to just laugh at the ruins like the Crimson Jester or organize them like the Sapphire Jester. It's about enduring them and creating something new among them. It's this terrible but also sublime burden of pure creation, totally on your own terms. And this is his ultimate goal. I love this quote. True strength for Wotan isn't being the spark of rebellion, the flame that just burns out. No, true strength is being the enduring foundation, the hearth, the thing that sustains the flame and allows something new and beautiful to actually last through the long, cold night.
So there you have it. 3 completely different ways forward, all born from the exact same desolate reality. Let's put them side by side for a second and really see how they stack up.
Okay, this chart really just lays out the fundamental divide so clearly, doesn't it? You've got radical self-creation, total self-annihilation, and then this sovereign creation and endurance. It's not just a different strategy. Each path is a complete and completely different worldview.
So when you put it all together, these 3 figures form this powerful triangle of possibilities. They're standing in a world that's just waiting to be defined. And what they represent is a fundamental choice. A choice about how to even exist when all the old meanings, all the old rules have just vanished.
So the real takeaway here isn't just understanding these 3 philosophies. It's about a question for you. In that wasteland, when there are no easy answers left, what are you? Are you the flame, the void, or the builder? Which path represents the ultimate act of will? Is it to burn brightly, to disappear completely, or to build something that lasts for eternity?